Well, hey guys, Thor's Axe here, and tonight is a little bit of a celebration. And the celebration is I went over to the 500 sub mark, and I had, to me, this is wow. I really appreciate all your guys' subs. Subscribing to my channel. There's a lot of great channels out there to discover. Kind of wanted to go over this. About 2 years ago, I became friends with Fortune Cookie, and we started talking over the internet on his channel. And he would write back to me and tell me, hey, why don't you come out with your own channel and this sort of thing. I basically talked to him about competition shooting and high power stuff like that, and he shared with me, his same experiences. Anyway, that's what got the ball rolling. In my very first video, I did a demonstration on how to use Rooster Jacket. I think there were some 9mm bullets, and I just tumbled them around in a little bowl, and then I put them out on plastic, and you gotta let them dry and put the fan on them and stuff like that. And that's kind of what got it going. And when I first started these channels, I didn't even know what I was doing. I mean, I would run out of airtime, and YouTube would cut me off, and I didn't even know how to load the videos right. And it was just been a learning experience for me so far. And one of the things that I would really like is if I can get the whole picture-in-a-picture thing up here. You know what I mean? If I can shoot, okay, and then up here, have the little, have the whole thing with the target. So when you shoot, you can see the bullet impact into the target. That's one of the things I'd like to do. I think you can do it with editing. You use two cameras, and then you take the two, videos, and you combine them together, and then you have to count out all the. To me, I'd have to be shown how to do it. I'd have to be shown how to do it. I don't know if the GoPro, say like if you get like it has Bluetooth or whatever, where you can link the two cameras together so they're in unison. That would be pretty cool too. I don't know. I don't know about these things. I would like to improve my channel by getting better camera equipment and better videotaping. So anyway, 500 subs. I never thought in a million years that I'd have 500 people on the internet that enjoyed the content that I put out. I also kind of wanted to cover a couple of subjects too. As we age, our eyes start to go, and I have to wear reading glasses now. I'm 1.75, about that. And I'll tell you something. I can't see the front sight that well anymore. On service rifles and that sort of thing. I know that Bob Jones makes a little insert you can put inside the aperture in the back, so because it'll amplify and magnify the front sight for you. And some guys say you got to get used to it because what it does is it also blurs out your distance vision. My distant vision is 20/20. It's just I can't see things up close anymore. And shooting with iron sights, that can be a challenge. Especially in bullseye. I can see the front sight, okay, but the mass that I'm shooting at is just a black blur, and so focusing on the front sight is something I have to do with a pistol that's equipped with Bomar rail or Bomar type sights, adjustable sights. This is a Rock River. This is one of my prized possessions right here. This is a really nice gun. Matter of fact, I think that the only guy that you can get these Rock River guns from anymore I think, is that guy over in Maine, Larry's Guns. I think he's the only one that offers them, and I think that if you called Rock River and you paid for it all up front, I'm sure those guys would crank you out a 45 if you really wanted one. But you're looking at a very expensive pistol. I mean, these can cost thousands of dollars now. It isn't like it was 10 years ago. Another pistol. This kind of brings in another thing too. Okay, I want to kind of cross the subject here with a red dot, sight. Now this here is my Dick Shockley pistol, and this gun, believe it or not, is every bit as accurate as this one, except for this one right here. It's a commercial model. It was manufactured in 1958, and then in 1962, Dick Shockley, he sold this pistol at his stand that he had at the national matches. And, it went on to change hands on down the line, that sort of thing. I ended up with it. So, but this is a very, very, very accurate pistol. You can always tell the Dick Shockley pistols because of the oversized, barrel bushing. So anyway, the red dot scope or the red dot sight keeps us competitive, because we can see the red dot, and it's for aging eyes. Okay, and some guys say, well, all you're doing is buying your way into pistol accuracy by having this. Yeah, it is a little easier to use. I'll give you that. Yeah, it is a little easier to use than lining up the sights. Technique, has a lot to do with that, but. That's mainly the reason why people use these. The older crowd is because you can see these, and it keeps the older crowd competitive. I can shoot this pistol just as good as I can shoot that other pistol with the iron sights, with this extended Bomar rail. This is what you typically see for a 50-yard gun. Boom. 50 yards. I'll tell you what, a good load for 50 yards is 3.8 grains of bullseye with a 200 grain bullet. 200 grain Henley & Gibbs 68. It's the same exact bullet that Lee makes in their 6-cavity molds. So, that 200 grain bullet, it will shoot. I mean, it shoots very well. There's a younger brother to that one, which is the Henley & Gibbs 63, which is almost identical, in the way of the shape, except for it weighs 180 grains or 185 grains. And that's a very accurate bullet. I also have 170 grain Seiko mold, and it's shaped just like the Henley & Gibbs. And that bullet is excellent. It shoots very well, and it has a low recoil too, because it's only 170 grains. Anyway, like I was saying, those loads there though, when you start looking at reduced loads, you have to change your recoil springs out, and each one of these has a 12 to 13 pound spring in it for the recoil, and you do not fire like hardball rounds through these. I mean, you'll damage them, and that's not good. That would definitely not be good for your 45. Anyway, I wanted to go ahead and thank the subscribers that I just got. I wanted to go ahead and thank the community, Loads of Bacon, Johnny's Reloading Bench, Elvis Ammo, Timothy Robinson. I mean, the guy's got a heart of gold. I mean, he's a great guy. Even Uncle Jim, if you haven't went over to Uncle Jim's channel, check him out. A good guy actually to watch, that had put a screen, together about a lot of channels that he likes to watch is Loads of Bacon. And, he has like Fortune Cookie, of course, and everybody knows who he is. And there you go. You just pick from those channels, and of course they got channels, off to the side, and you can go ahead and pick from those. But man, I'll tell you one thing, Cookie, I believe that Fortune Cookie's big dream is to see the reloaders and shooters, the handgunners and riflemen, you know, of this great country we live in, really show the rest of the world that, you know, shooting can be enjoyable, shooting can be responsible, shooting can be something that is a pastime. It can be something that's part of your heritage. It's part of what you're going to pass down to your children, and the safety of it all, and all that other stuff. You know, all these different aspects that go into this. You know, go into firearms. You know, he's got a big picture. You know, he really does. He's got a big picture that he's looking at. So anyway, this is Thor's Axe. Many thanks to you guys, and until the next video, I'm signing out.